Hey guys, it's Emily, and today I'm going to be talking about something that I have been wanting to talk about for a while, and that is a short film type of video series called The Grand Romantic by Nate Ruess. It's based off of Nate Ruess's album Grand Romantic, and I just love this album. This is just a cover because I got a signed cover along with my CD pre-order. If you haven't heard of Nate Ruess, you probably have. He was in The Format, which is a band of two people, and they broke up since then, but it's really good music. It's on Spotify. If you listen to Spotify, you should definitely check it out because I really like The Format, and I didn't listen to them until after Fun, which is a more current band that is still together. They're not broken up. They are just doing their own things. That's one of my favorite bands. I would say that's my favorite band. And they have 2 albums so far. The thing is, they just don't want to make music just because they know that they can win awards for it. They've won Grammys. They're all amazing, and they want to be truly inspired and passionate about what they're writing and not just write random stuff and just things for fun. They don't want to just write because they know that they'll make money off of it. They want to write because they're passionate and inspired, and they're not inspired yet, so that's the little verdict on Fun and if they're still together. But Nate Ruess had this album come out in the summertime, and it was just, it's my jam. I still listen to it all the way through on repeat. It's my life. I love this album, and it has so many great songs. One of the songs that isn't listed on this cover is one of my favorite songs ever. Like, it's called Harsh Light on this album, but they had a performance of it on Jimmy Fallon when it was still, was it The Tonight Show? Yeah, it was The Tonight Show. In 2014, June 19th, they were on The Tonight Show, and that's when they were going to try to make a comeback, but then they performed Harsh Lights, and it was amazing. I had it memorized, even though there was no studio version, and for almost a year, I was like, where is our studio version? And we got it, because Nate put it on his album. Nothing Without Love is one of my top favorite songs. It's just so beautiful. I really want to learn it on my keyboard. And What This World Is Coming To, featuring Beck, makes me cry. Great Big Storm is just fantastic. I don't know why I'm reviewing this album, but Bright Side is like, yes! This whole album is great, and it's also on Spotify along with Fun's albums if you haven't heard those. Just listen to Nate Ruess' whole discography because he is amazing. He's one of my favorite humans on this earth, and I really want to meet him one day. Oh, I also have this sweatshirt, this Grand Romantic sweatshirt. It was like before school was going to start again this winter, and it's just the perfect sweatshirt. It's on Feel by Ramen store. If you are a fan and you want to buy a nice cozy sweatshirt, I'll link you down below in the description for this sweatshirt because I just love it. I could sleep in it. Like, I've slept in it before. I've worn it to school. I just wear it all the time pretty much. But I'm gonna be really sad when it turns into summer because I live in California and it's gonna get hot. But anyway, yeah, this is my favorite. One of my favorite articles of clothing. And there's also a Some Nights sweatshirt that I also got. It's red. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to wear this for this video because I love it, and it's Grand Romantic. If you don't want to be spoiled for the video, it's on iTunes, but it's also on YouTube, which is where I watched it. I have an iTunes account, but I don't have Apple products, so I don't use iTunes. I'll link the playlist down below. I have it as a saved playlist, but I don't know if you guys could see that on my channel. The struggle of not using Apple products when things are iTunes only. I commented on one of the videos about the Grand Romantic short film thing, short video series, and I was like, is it going to be anywhere else, or is it just going to be on iTunes? And then someone was like, yeah, it's just going to be on Apple. But luckily someone put it on YouTube. Their channel is called Ice Cream Fun, and you can follow me on Instagram. I'm just going to plug that there, at Grand Romantic. That's my main Instagram. My personal Instagram is at Grand Romantic. Like, I got that username. I feel really cool. And my bookstagram is at _TheLovelyBooks. So you can check out my bookstagrams. Grand Romantic, starring Nate Ruess and Tessa Thompson, directed by Anthony Mandler and written by Sloane Crosley. So I finally watched it around Christmas vacation, and I was like, wow. After that I was just so inspired and I wanted to make a video about it, and then now it's February, and I was like thinking about how Nothing Without Love came out just a few days ago, a year ago, a few days ago. If that makes sense. I was just like, man, the feels. I just need to watch this short film again, and I want to review it, I want to talk about it, I want to fangirl about it in a video finally. So that's what I'm doing now. And I have some fun facts, like fun period, like the band name. Jeff Bhasker is the producer of Fun and Nate Ruess albums. He's worked with him a lot. And Jeff Bhasker also produced Uptown Funk. He played the producer in the short film. There's the quote in Aha, "Nobody, not even the rain, has such small hands." That is a quote from E.E. Cummings. I saw that in the credits of the film. I never even thought about like where that was from, but it's always been something that's stuck in the back of my head. And it's from the poem "Somewhere I Have Never Traveled, Gladly Beyond." Initial thought is Nate Ruess is actually bae, because he is. And yeah, it's not an unpopular opinion or anything. I just wanted to state that. The beginning gives me chills. Like it's like a musical, and Nate Ruess has always had this kind of style. His uncle was a performer in musicals and stuff like that, so I think Broadway, I'm not really sure, but I think that's what he said in an interview. I think that's where he gets his style from. His inspiration was from that. That's what made him want to sing. In the beginning, it's like a musical. He's on a stage, and there's like stage makeup, it's dancers and stuff like that. And that was an important element. It was like his inside thoughts of like how, like whenever he would close his eyes or like be asleep, that's what he would see. And it gives me chills like every single time, especially the beginning, opening part of that. He's really good at pretending to not be able to sing. The storyline is about him, and he was having trouble with his pitch. His voice was kind of gone, and like this is actually kind of based off of a true story, because he had that problem while on tour with Fun and they had to cancel shows. And so he's getting help in this beginning, and he's trying to get his voice back on track. The sampling from Fun, that is in Aha. It says, "For the best you didn't listen, it's for the best you keep our distance." But yeah, that's in the song, and it's from Some Nights. And I first heard that song last year when it was uploaded to YouTube and everything, Spotify, then I was just like, oh my gosh. It was just beautiful. And the beginning feels just like a movie. This is like movie status. Like I feel like I'm watching a movie, and I wish it was longer, to be honest. His acting is good considering he hasn't really done any acting that I know of, and always, just in every music video, his acting is great. Yeah, it could be hilarious and humorous, but then it can also be heartbreaking and like a minute later. And the setting style and the clothing and even just the coloring, the way that the video looks is very Nate Ruess. Like it looks kind of old-fashioned, but it's modern at the same time. Tessa, her character, she's typing on a typewriter instead of a computer. That's her desk with her typewriter, her job, and it's just like, it's still so modern. Like, I'm not sure when this is supposed to take place, but it's very Nate. And in chapter 2, the second video, when they're walking down the street, that scene is just like from a movie. Like, I could see it, and like that's the ideal date right there, just walking with Nate down the street while he sings a song to you. And I just love the way songs are used throughout this film, this short film, because it just goes together perfectly, and it is like a musical. I wish Fun did this for all of their albums. That would have been amazing, and I hope that with their next one they do something like this, because I think that it's a great way to visualize every song and visualize the story of the album, because you get music videos, but they're not always all together with their stories. It's not all connected, but this is. And from my first watch, I knew the relationship between I can't remember the character's name, but she's a secretary at the label, the record label that Nate is signed to. And I knew that their relationship was going to kind of be good, but it was going to go downhill after a while because of his pitch problems, and he's focusing mainly on that. And they're walking down the street. She said something about a Grammy, having a Grammy, and he's like, 2. I have 2 Grammys. Chapter 3, it was really sad when he was recording the song, and it just goes into this whole, like, dream sequence type of thing. When he's singing Great Big Storm, he closes his eyes and he's performing it on stage perfectly. He's singing it perfectly, just like how he did before. Then it goes back to reality, and he hasn't recorded anything at all, and they're like running out of tape on the record, so that kind of sucks. Also in chapter 3, he gets a call by the pool, and it's the secretary, and they're having this cute conversation, but she's also saying he had broken up with someone before Some Nights had been written, and so that's kind of like a breakup album. She says, "You had all the musical confidence of the heartbroken." And this scene is just so smart. And then she also says that that's what art is, right? It's heartbreak's best consolation prize. So I'll bet that you could hardly function, but you could sing like a canary, am I right? These lines are so smooth. She tells him that she thinks he's trying to get her to fall for him to get the feeling back, to get his pitch back as well. And it's not a good idea, basically. Then of course he's just like a cutie and he's like, you like me. That was one of my favorite parts. That's one of my favorite scenes, actually. And Harsh Lights is playing at the party or the club that they went to where they were smoking and stuff. But at the beginning it's playing before he goes and smokes and messes things up. But I just love that. Like, that is my aesthetic right there. You just walk into a party and Harsh Lights is playing and just, I don't go to parties. But, you know, if I had a party, Harsh Light, that's what it's called. I'm so used to calling it Harsh Lights, minus the drugs and alcohol, but other than that, just goals. Chapter 4 is when Take It Back is in the background and Secretary tells him that the pitch thing is what is getting in his way and their relationship's kind of like, The pitch is not his life, but it's what's in the way of him living his life. Their relationship isn't working. The ending was pretty raw. It was Nate singing Nothing Without Love and he gets his pitch back. He's alone in the studio singing it a cappella and it's just perfect. It goes very well with the ending and also that's in the credits and it's just so beautiful. It makes me want to sing along, but I was in my room and everyone was sleeping and it was 1 in the morning when I watched this again. I'm trying to hold back the feels and the singing. I just love this series and I can definitely watch it numerous times. I don't even care if I've seen it twice now. I can watch it again. But this is just such an amazing album. Pre-ordered the vinyl of this and I'm really excited to get that. I'll probably do an unboxing video when I get it because I love it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know this isn't about books or about stuff that I usually talk about on this channel, but I'm going to be talking about more things other than books. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll be back with another video soon. Bye! Let me see what these snaps are about though, because I'm getting some Snapchats. When you find out Burger King has grilled dogs. Okay, back to this. I thought it was something really important, but it was just random Snapchats from my mom and my sister.